The Inca people are remembered by many great achievements, such as carving fertile plains and the side of mountain faces, and the engineering feat that is the capital city, Cusco. Although not as glorious as, say, Machu Picchu, metal and metalworking played a necessary role in the advancement of society as a whole. Through the test of time, metal proved to be a crucial aspect of religion and daily life for the Inca people, for without it, they would be stuck in the Stone Age, literally. Found at the southern tip of Cusco is the Temple of the Sun, the Coricancha. Dedicated and built for paying respect to Inti, the sun god, the Coricancha is a prime example of how the Inca people were able to mold metal pieces of great value that represented more than just the metal itself. Gold can be found just about anywhere in the temple. The rooms were once filled with exquisite crafted figures and pieces. Gold immediately surrounds anybody entering the temple. The walls were even once lined from floor to ceiling with large strips of thick plate gold. The reason for this extravagance is that gold reflects yellow light, just like the sun, creating the godly connection to Inti. The centerpiece of the Coricancha, the sun disk, represented what the Inca believed and worshipped regarding the sun and its power to provide fertility and life. In the center of the sun disk is a large face of Inti, whom is surrounded by an organization of all the previous Inca rulers. It represents the son of the sun whom guided the Inca people to prosperity and kept the evils of nature at bay. The disc was eventually captured and taken by the Spanish to the Pope, although its presence today is unknown. Additionally, during one of the Inca's great expansionist leaders, Pachacuti, led a project to glorify the Coricancha. He had the deceased leaders, whom were extremely important to the Inca religion and society, adorned in gold with masks, head armor, bracelets, scepters, plus other articles of gold. Interestingly, gold, platinum, and other precious metals have been found in the tombs of these important deceased leaders. Buried with the high priests and priestesses are large amounts of gold, platinum, jade, and other precious metals, even found embedded in the walls of the tomb. Now, the Inca were not the first to integrate metal into their society, but they were among the most skilled. They drew most of their metalworking techniques, such as creating ores and hand shaping, from the earlier Moche civilization. The casting of metals played an important role because it fused different metals together for specific uses, but more interestingly, played a representative role. When creating an ore, one would not only combine metals, but combine what those metals represented. Fusing gold with silver would theoretically represent the combining of yellow and white, or in the Inca's case, the sun and the moon. The nobility definitely had an advantage when it came to metal. Precious metals like gold, silver, and platinum were reserved exclusively for the nobility. The Topa Inca would have the highest skilled metalworkers relocated to the capital city, Cusco. These select craftsmen were brought in so they could create the metal works found in the Coricancha. They would also make the jewelry, masks, and even silverware of gold and silver for the nobility. Although these precious metals were reserved exclusively for the nobility, this does not mean the common man was excluded from the benefits that metal had to offer. Metal was found in the form of tools, taxation, and even enjoyment. Metal hand tools like iron picks and shovels help with agriculture and simply daily tasks, including worship. Citizens also had to pay some tax, and the mining of such metals was one form the nobility used to collect tax. There was also no form of common currency at the time. Precious metals offered a stable value and were commonly used in the exchange of goods among citizens and other civilizations. Musical instruments were also apparent at the time and crafted from bronze. Metal workers would make flutes and horns that were used during ceremonial services, but may have also been used by the citizen, adding a new dimension of expression to their lives. The Spanish, whom stripped the gold from the walls of the Coricancha, along with any other value they could find in the tombs and in the temple, and simply melted it down. The Spanish had no regard for what the gold meant to the Inca, but only for its economic possibilities back home. They also tore down much of the Coricancha and built a Catholic church atop. defining the end of an empire and the overpowering of the Incan religious ways.